Life is a constant battle against our weaker emotions and destructive desires. This quote from the Stoic philosopher Marcus Aurelius encapsulates the essence of life's inner struggle. Each of us faces a personal battle, a confrontation with our whims, desires, and the inner voices urging us toward comfort, leniency, and surrender. Are we slaves to these impulses, or do we master them? Do we succumb to our emotions, or do we control them? These are the questions that guided Marcus Aurelius through every step of his life. In this exploration, we'll delve into how Stoicism, a philosophy that has stood the test of time, can become your greatest weapon in your internal battle. 10 lessons from Marcus Aurelius on building self-discipline. Self-discipline is the cornerstone of overcoming life's difficulties and achieving a meaningful existence. In this article, we'll explore 10 pieces of wisdom from Marcus Aurelius on cultivating self-discipline. If you find this guide helpful, don't forget to share it with others who might benefit. Subscribe for more inspirational content and share your thoughts and experiences in the comments. Let's start transforming our lives, beginning from the moment we wake up. 1. Discipline begins with finding your purpose. Reflect on the lives of those who achieved greatness, and you'll find a common thread. They were all deeply aware of their purpose. Purpose isn't a vague idea or fleeting desire. It's the driving force that gets you out of bed with enthusiasm, the flame that lights your path through storms and challenges. Discipline and purpose are inseparable. Without purpose, life becomes a random series of events, tossing you around like waves in the sea. Purpose is the compass that guides your actions and decisions. Finding it is not about selecting a career or chasing material success. It's about discovering what makes your life feel truly worth living. It might be serving others, mastering a craft, or attaining inner peace and happiness. What matters is that your purpose comes from within and is not imposed by others. Marcus Aurelius advises, every morning awaken with the thought, what is the goal I am working toward today? When you find this purpose, discipline follows naturally. Every distraction and fleeting desire becomes less important because you're focused on something greater. 2. Be present every day. Life flows like a river, yet we often drown in thoughts, either regretting the past or worrying about the future. How often do you find yourself preoccupied with what might happen tomorrow or what happened yesterday? You may feel time slipping away, losing the present moment. If there's one certainty in life, it's the moment you are living right now. The past is gone. The future is uncertain. What matters is the present, the only moment that truly belongs to you. Being present is not just about physical presence, but also mental and emotional awareness. It's about fully engaging with your life. 1. Savoring the taste of your morning coffee. 2. Listening attentively to someone speaking. 3. Being mindful of your thoughts and emotions without being controlled by them. The power of the present. The present moment shapes your life. When you live fully in the present, you gain clarity and make better decisions. You notice the beauty in simple things. You deepen your experience of life. Marcus Aurelius teaches us to embrace the present moment. Do not let the future trouble you, for you will meet it, if you must, with the same reason that guides you in the present. Living in the present strengthens your ability to face life's challenges with composure. Marcus Aurelius invites us to be present because if we lose connection with the present moment, we lose connection with life itself. Think of it as a type of training. Each day, try to be present in everything you do. When you feel your mind wandering to the past or future, gently bring it back to the present moment. It will be difficult at first, but over time, it will become a habit. With this habit, you'll find your life becoming richer and more meaningful. Being present is not just about living in the current moment, but also about controlling your thoughts and emotions. When you are present, you become more capable of controlling your reactions. Instead of being swept away by an emotional response when faced with a challenge, you'll be able to pause and think, what is the best response at this moment? How can I handle this situation in a way that reflects my values as a conscious and responsible individual? Self-discipline begins with presence, because when you are present, you are in control. You are aware of what is happening around you and can choose the appropriate response. This presence ultimately leads you to a life of greater discipline, balance, and depth. Stay with us, as this is just the beginning of our journey toward mastering the self and achieving full discipline in our lives. What we'll explore in the rest of the video will help you apply this philosophy more deeply and comprehensively in every aspect of your life. 3. Rely on yourself. Deep within every human being lies a natural desire to seek support, to find someone to share their burdens. We turn to others for advice, protection, or even comfort. But what if I told you that this desire to rely on others could be a double-edged sword? It can steer us toward weakness, dependence, and away from the true strength within us. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor and philosopher, lived his life under immense pressure. He didn't have the luxury of relying on others to lead the Roman Empire. Instead, he knew that his true strength lay in relying on himself. He understood that true wisdom and knowledge come from within, not from external sources. He said, "Do everything as if you rely solely on yourself, and accept everything as if it is predestined." When you rely on yourself, you become the master of your destiny. You won't have to wait for others to lend a helping hand, because you'll have the strength to rise on your own. Self-reliance is the beginning of everything. It's the spark that ignites the fire of self-discipline. How can we achieve this? First, understand that true strength comes from within. There's a misconception that successful people are those who have all the resources and support around them. In reality, success begins internally, with a steadfast belief in your ability to overcome obstacles, no matter how difficult. Don't wait for circumstances to improve or for people to change. Work on yourself, develop your inner strength, and use it to propel you forward. Second, practice making decisions on your own. Making decisions may seem daunting, but it is an integral part of self-reliance. Marcus Aurelius said, "Stop looking outside for what you need. Look within, because everything you need is already there." Difficult decisions are what shape a strong person. Don't fear mistakes. Every decision is a new lesson that adds to your wisdom and strength. Finally, remember that self-reliance doesn't mean isolation. While it may seem that relying on yourself implies distancing from others, the truth is that a truly self-reliant person knows how to contribute to a strong and independent community. They know their worth and understand when to offer help and when to ask for it if necessary. In the end, when you rely on yourself, you free yourself from the chains of expectations, from the fear of failure, and from the constant need for approval from others. You become the person who can stand steadfast in the face of storms, because you know that you are the true force behind your success. Remember, if you can rely on yourself, you've already started the journey of building self-discipline. Continue this journey and keep watching to learn more about how to harness this strength to create a life filled with wisdom and balance. 4. Practice enduring hardship willingly. In a world where everyone seeks comfort and ease, hardship becomes a forgotten weapon. We live in an era that promotes a culture of comfort, where pursuing an easy life is a goal for many. But let's ask a simple question. Does true strength come from comfort? Seneca, the famous Stoic philosopher, said, "You cannot discover strength in comfort." True strength lies not in indulging in luxury, but in the ability to face difficulties and endure hardship willingly. In this context, let's view the concept of hardship as the cornerstone of building self-discipline. Challenge yourself. Hardship as a tool. Hardship is not just an emergency imposed upon us from the outside, but a tool you can use willingly to strengthen yourself. When you make a conscious decision to face difficult challenges, whether physical or mental, you are training yourself to gain control. You are teaching your mind and body to obey your will, not the other way around. For example, consider a simple exercise. Waking up early in the morning despite a strong desire to stay in bed. That moment when you decide to get up, despite the warmth and comfort of your bed, is a small victory over yourself. Yet, it is a victory that opens the door to greater triumphs in the future. How to turn hardship into a habit. The process doesn't require you to dive headfirst into deep challenges. Start gradually. Set small daily challenges for yourself. These could include fasting from a specific type of food for a certain period, exercising even when tired, or resisting the urge to check your phone constantly. The key is to train yourself in discipline through small challenges, because these minor hardships will build a strong foundation to rely on when facing greater challenges in life. The benefits of choosing hardship willingly. When you choose hardship willingly, you start to notice profound changes in your life. You become better at handling external pressures and can face tough circumstances with stability because you've trained yourself not to be a slave to comfort. This liberation from comfort is similar to training in a gym. At first, the weights may feel heavy and the effort significant, but with each session, you grow stronger and the weights feel lighter. Life's challenges work the same way. They may seem overwhelming at first, but with consistent effort, you become stronger and more capable of handling them. Ultimately, true strength comes from the ability to confront difficulties, not to run away from them. Every challenge you choose willingly is an opportunity for growth. Every hardship you endure willingly is a step toward true freedom, the freedom to control yourself and face life courageously while continuing on your path to achieving your goals. So, don't fear hardship. Seek it out, embrace it, and use it to become a stronger version of yourself. That is where true strength lies. 5. Don't play the victim. In our daily lives, we all face difficult situations and challenges that may sometimes seem unfair. You might find yourself in a situation or dealing with a person that feels unjust, or you might notice that luck wasn't on your side. In such moments, it can be very tempting to surrender and see yourself as a victim of these circumstances. But what if I told you that taking on the role of a victim is equivalent to losing the true strength you already possess? Stoicism teaches us that power lies within us, in our way of thinking and our reactions, not in the external events we experience. When we choose to see ourselves as victims, we are simply relinquishing control over our lives. We give power to external events to dictate our fate and emotional state. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher-emperor, lived a life full of challenges. He ruled an empire that faced numerous crises, from wars to plagues. Yet, he didn't complain or lament his circumstances. Instead, he emphasized that his reactions to these events were within his control, not the events themselves. This is the essence of the idea. While we cannot control everything that happens to us, we do have the ability to control how we respond to it. A practical example: imagine you're on your way to work and are involved in a car accident caused by another driver's mistake. You could spend the rest of your day complaining and feeling angry, seeing yourself as a victim of this accident and the unfairness of the world. But how will this mindset affect you? Will it make your day better, or will it only increase your frustration and stress? A Stoic would approach this situation differently. They would recognize that the accident has happened and cannot be undone. What they can control is how they respond to the situation. They might choose to see the accident as an opportunity to practice patience or reflect on their life from a new perspective. They could also focus on positive aspects, such as the fact that the accident wasn't worse. The lesson: every time we adopt a victim mentality, we relinquish a part of our control over our lives. But when we choose to be proactive, to take responsibility for our reactions and thoughts, we regain that control. We free ourselves from the constraints that circumstances might impose on us and become capable of steering our lives toward the direction we desire. The next time you face a challenge, remember this lesson. Don't let external circumstances determine your fate. Be the actor, not the acted upon. Unlock the true strength within you. Do not allow anything to make you a victim, for that is the path of wisdom and stoicism. 6. Prioritize delayed gratification. When we talk about desires, we mean those fleeting moments of satisfaction we experience when we get what we want immediately. This could be indulging in a piece of cake despite knowing it's unhealthy, or scrolling through social media instead of completing your work. Instant gratification can be tempting and momentarily rewarding, but have you ever questioned the cost of these brief pleasures? Think about it. Every time you give in to an immediate desire, you lose a bit of your self-control. Each time you forgo the commitment to delay gratification, you reinforce the idea that your desires are stronger than you. This is where the danger lies. You risk becoming a slave to your impulses. The Stoics understood this concept deeply. They didn't reject desires because they were inherently bad, but because they recognized how desires could weaken the willpower and limit freedom. Marcus Aurelius himself believed that true strength doesn't come from fulfilling desires, but from the ability to delay and control them. He emphasized that one of the core values of life is living in accordance with virtue, not fleeting pleasures. The fire of desire. Imagine standing in front of a fire. This fire represents your desires. The closer you get to it for a momentary warmth, the more likely you are to get burned. But if you learn to stand back and control your emotions, the fire will no longer harm you, but instead light your way. How to practice delaying gratification. Start with awareness. Every time you feel a strong desire, pause for a moment and ask yourself, do I really need this? Is this just a fleeting craving that will pass soon? Train yourself to wait, even if it's just for a few seconds. Over time, you'll notice the urge diminishing, little by little. Delaying gratification isn't just about resisting small temptations. A Stoic recognizes that life itself is filled with temptations that can derail goals and dreams. Learning to postpone pleasure becomes a powerful tool that enables you to take control of your life, rather than letting the current of desires control it. When you master delayed gratification, you will find yourself stronger, more focused, and more capable of achieving your true goals. You will no longer be a slave to your desires, but a master of yourself. This is the essence of self-discipline, the freedom of self-mastery. Remember, true power lies not just in resisting desires, but in transcending them, seeing beyond them, and focusing on what truly matters. When you become the master of your desires, your life is filled with intentional choices, not just impulsive reactions. By controlling your impulses, you will discover a freedom you never knew existed. You will realize you are no longer bound by invisible chains, and your life will become one of inner peace and true strength. 7. Ignore the discouragers. On your journey toward self-discipline, you will inevitably encounter people who try to steer you off course. These might be friends, colleagues, or even family members who doubt your goals, mock your ambitions, or attempt to convince you that what you're striving for is impossible. These are the discouragers, and they are an unavoidable part of life. But remember, a Stoic is not swayed by the opinions of others. True inner strength is not measured by the number of supporters around you, but by the clarity of your vision of yourself. Marcus Aurelius reminds us to listen to our inner voice, not the external noise. When you deeply understand what you are striving for and are fully aware of the values and principles guiding you, the opinions of others lose their power to influence you. Understanding the source of discouragement. The challenge is not just to ignore the discouragers, but to recognize that their opinions often stem from their own weaknesses, not your shortcomings. Perhaps they fear what they do not understand. Perhaps your attempt to rise above mediocrity threatens their own comfort zone. When you face criticism or discouragement, ask yourself, does this opinion reflect my truth? Or is it merely a projection of someone else's fears? If you are walking a path different from others, do not expect applause. As Seneca wisely observed, people often oppose what they do not understand. But that doesn't mean your path is wrong. In fact, if you face resistance, it may be a sign that you're on the right track. Building resilience against discouragement. Discouragers come in many forms. Those who doubt your ability to succeed. Those who try to convince you to give up because the road is hard. Wisdom lies in understanding that these individuals are often those who have failed to achieve their own dreams. Their negativity is an attempt to drag you down with them. To ignore discouragers, you must first build a strong sense of self-confidence. This confidence comes from a deep understanding of your values and goals, and from daily reflection on your actions. When you are confident in yourself, it becomes easier to ignore negative opinions and keep moving forward. The lesson of discouragement. Finally, remember that discouragers can be your greatest teachers. They hold up a mirror to what you might become if you were to give up. To truly overcome their influence, embrace the wisdom that comes from self-reflection and inner strength. Trust your journey, stay aligned with your principles, and recognize that the opinions of others are not the measure of your worth. When you focus on your path with unwavering determination, no external noise can hold you back. Use resistance as fuel for your determination. As Marcus Aurelius wisely said, the obstacle is the way. Every form of resistance, every discouragement is an opportunity for you to prove to yourself that you are stronger than others believe. You're here reading this, and that's a testament to the inner strength that drives you to be better. I admire people like you, and I'd love to get to know you. If you've made it this far into the video, leave a comment letting me know you're here. Ignore those who try to bring you down and stay focused on your goal. The path is long, but it's worth the effort. Keep going because the journey isn't over yet. There's so much more to explore together. 8. Seek wise role models. On the journey to achieving self-discipline, we need guidance. We need people who have walked the same path, faced the same challenges, and emerged stronger. This is the value of inherited wisdom from those who came before us. The Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca understood that no one achieves true growth alone. They looked to the lives of wise individuals who preceded them and learned from their experiences. Today, finding wise mentors can be challenging, but we are fortunate to have access to wisdom through books, lectures, and shared personal experiences. Mentors aren't only those we meet face to face, They can also be historical figures, great thinkers, or even family members who embody wisdom and experience. Why we need role models. These figures act as mirrors, helping us see ourselves more clearly. By learning from their experiences, we can avoid mistakes that we might otherwise encounter if we walk the path alone. The wisdom we gain from these mentors helps us view life from a broader perspective and make more informed decisions. How to find a role model. Be intentional in your search. Look for people who embody the values you aspire to, those who live with discipline, humility, and a hunger for knowledge. Don't just seek outward success or fame. Instead, search for the deep wisdom that comes from profound experiences and honest reflection on life. Marcus Aurelius considered himself a perpetual student. He read and learned from philosophers before him and saw every experience as an opportunity to learn something new. In his work, Meditations, Marcus records life lessons, showing us how the guidance of wise mentors can profoundly shape our lives. Applying wisdom in your life. Finding wisdom isn't the ultimate goal. Applying it is. When you find a role model, ask yourself, how can I use their lessons to improve my life? How can I become a better person through their wisdom? The presence of wise mentors in our lives not only propels us forward on our journey to self-discipline, but also gives us the confidence to face challenges. Knowing we are part of a long lineage of humans who sought wisdom before us is empowering. As we continue this journey, take a moment to reflect. Who are the people you can learn? 9. Honestly review your day. In the race of daily life, we often overlook a simple yet fundamental truth. We are the creators of our days. Every action, decision, and word we speak weaves the fabric of our lives. But how do we know if we're on the right track? How can we ensure our daily steps bring us closer to our goals and align with our values? The answer lies in honest daily self-reflection. Marcus Aurelius, the emperor and philosopher, practiced this habit every night. In solitude, he would sit with himself, question his actions and thoughts from the day, and delve deep into his intentions. The power of self-reflection. When we review our day, it is more than a simple recollection of events. It is an opportunity to examine our intentions, attitudes, and reactions. Ask yourself, did I act wisely today? Was I honest with myself and others? Did I adhere to the principles I believe in? Was I in control of my emotions, or did I let them control me? Why reflection matters. Daily self-review helps us uncover negative patterns we may fall into unconsciously. For example, you might realize you tend to get angry in certain situations. Or perhaps you notice that you compromise your decisions when you're tired. These discoveries can be uncomfortable, but are necessary for growth. Through consistent reflection, we not only hold ourselves accountable, but also identify areas for improvement, ensuring that our daily actions align with our larger goals and values. Take time each day to review honestly, and you'll find yourself making meaningful progress in your journey toward self-mastery. Daily reflection, a path to growth. Daily reflection offers us a chance to correct our mistakes and learn from them before they solidify into habits. It also strengthens our ability to appreciate the progress we make. Often, we are too hard on ourselves, feeling frustrated for not achieving everything we aspire to. However, when we reflect honestly on our day, we realize that progress happens slowly and steadily. We notice the small wins that often go unnoticed in the hustle of life. These small victories form the foundation for significant achievements in the long run. How to practice daily reflection. Find a quiet moment. At the end of your day, sit in a calm space, free from distractions. Take a deep breath and begin reviewing the day from start to finish. Ask yourself key questions. What did I do well today? Where could I have been better? What did I learn? Were there moments where I felt proud of my actions? Were there moments I regret? Be honest, not harsh. The goal is not self-criticism, but growth. Reflect with kindness and a desire to improve. Why reflection matters. Daily reflection allows us to identify and address negative patterns before they become ingrained. For instance, you might notice a tendency to procrastinate when stressed, or you may see moments where you acted out of anger and wish to change that. These insights, while uncomfortable at times, are vital for personal development. Reflection also helps us appreciate progress, even if it feels slow. Noticing and celebrating small victories reinforces your motivation and builds momentum for greater achievements. Your daily reflection routine. Start simple. Commit to a few minutes of reflection every evening. Review your day honestly. Without judgment, focus on understanding your actions and decisions. Plan for tomorrow. Use what you've learned to set intentions for the next day. Think of reflection not as a burdensome task, but as a gift to yourself. a moment to pause amidst life's chaos, to think and to learn. It is your compass, guiding you toward your goals and the person you aspire to be. 10. Begin your day with strength. Each morning, ask yourself, what will I do today to make this day worth living? Every new day brings new possibilities, and success begins before you even open your eyes. When you wake up, you have the chance to shape your day and impact your life in ways you may not have imagined. How to start your morning strong. Set a clear task. Before getting out of bed, identify one primary goal for the day. What do you want to achieve? No matter how small, having a clear focus prevents distraction and channels your energy positively. Practice meditation or exercise. Morning meditation or physical exercise is one of the best ways to prepare your mind and body for a productive day. As Seneca said, mastering your body gives you control over your mind. Define your intentions and values. Begin your day by reminding yourself of your principles and values. This clarity makes it easier to make the right decisions throughout the day. Marcus Aurelius often reflected on the virtues he wanted to embody each day. Use positive affirmations. Start your morning with affirmations that inspire confidence and determination. A simple statement like, "Today is a new opportunity to grow and improve," can provide the motivation to face challenges head-on. Avoid procrastination. Don't let your morning become a whirlwind of indecision. Aim to complete your first task within the first hour of waking. This creates positive momentum that can make the rest of the day more productive. Why morning preparation matters. Taking control of your morning is more than just a motivational exercise. It's a powerful strategy to set yourself up for success. Marcus Aurelius recognized the importance of mental and physical readiness to enhance life's quality. Each morning is a fresh start, a chance to write a new chapter about yourself. Don't let it slip by. Wake up, challenge yourself, and start your day with strength and determination. When you begin your day with purpose, you'll feel ready to tackle any challenges that come your way. Thank you for reading and being part of this journey.